Hey guys, welcome to the School of Rockstar. Today we are going to meet a very special guest on our new episode of Becoming Rockstars.
Hi, it's Tina time. Never give up.
Step form!
Raise those shoulders, tighten the abs.
And touch your toes and drive it. Use your glutes, your hamstrings, your butt. Good girl. Abs are tight. Smile. There we go.
She is an intuitive trainer and she has been a trendsetter in the field of personal training for over 32 years, and she is a 50-year-old superwoman and she is kicking her ass every single day. And she earned her BA degree in knee psychology and exercise, and also she is an expert in nutrition and health, and she is a licensed personal trainer and massage therapist. She uses her exercise to clear her mind and body from stress, and she is helping her clients and also expanding her movement to help people who are suffering from depression, stress, anxiety, and or mental or emotional disorders. So she is helping her clients become who they are authentically meant to be and have to be. So let's meet the owner of Inner and Outer Fitness, the Tina Davis. Let's welcome her.
19 when I started, and it was at a time of my life at college that, you drink too much, you're partying too much, and it's like, I need to lose weight. And I was always active, and I decided to just go do it. And a lady just showed me, I just kind of showed up, and this lady showed me how to work out. I still know the routine to this day. And I kept with it, and it has changed my life. It has saved my life. It really has gotten me through a lot of tough times in life with training. And so it's not just the weight training itself, it's also the building the strength inward, like you're talking about, that inward strength that I've built.
Mm-hmm. And physical training, it really teaches you how to pay attention. Well, you have to pay attention, otherwise you'll just injure yourself.
Exactly. You have to know when to push, you have to know when to pull. You really do. You have to meet yourself where you're at each day.
Can you say a little bit about this, how it saved you? Because I know just in terms of the endorphins and the physical outlet, exercise is one of the things that I recommend to just about everybody that I work with, simply because of what it does on a biopsychosocial level, like what it does to your body, your mind, the hormones, and everything gets released. But how did it help you? How did it turn around your life?
Oh gosh, like when you're penned up and you have anxiety and depression. Like I lived with a lot of depression in my life, and surrounded by chaos growing up with alcoholism and sexual abuse. And my outlet was to go out jumping and running, riding my bicycle. And anytime I would do that, just walking to the bus stop, I would forget about what was going on at home. And I would get into my day and in present and happy and excited about life. And to this day, I do the same thing. If I wake up and I'm like, oh, I got to get up at 4 a.m. and get to my client, all of a sudden I just find this, I put happy shoes, I put happy clothes on, and I start moving. And by the time I get to my client, I'm like the rooster waking her up. And I even told her this morning, my client, I said, you know, I'm like a rooster. Maybe I should get a horn that has a rooster sound. And she's like, no, that would be our last day. But it saved my life, and I know how I can help a lot of people out there to save their lives and keep you know, instill a happy life in there. It helps them to have a happy life, you know.
So I have a question for you, Tina. What I was saying when we started this chat, I don't know if you caught the first part of it, but I was talking about entrepreneur mental well-being and just how, you know, your own past can pour into the present and can pour into your work. And then you were just talking right now about growing up in a home where there was abuse and alcoholism. Like, how have you faced that? What you learned from your own family of origin, how have you faced that in your work, and how have you been able to work through that, or, you know, help yourself not let that intrude, or does it intrude, and how do you deal with that then?
I got a lot of help. I had a lot of therapy. I traveled the world to find myself, to get help and understand my family, my ancestors, why they did things and why it happened. And I've stopped a lot of those patterns in my life and for my children, you know. That's the biggest thing.
Oh, wow. You know what? I have so much admiration for you, because I just, like, for me, I know that we're all on this planet to evolve, to be the best that we're supposed to be. And your story is one of those evolution stories. Like, it's touching to hear it, I have to say, because I know, no, seriously, it's so sweet to hear it, because I know what it takes to really grow in that way. And, you know, when we take responsibility for it, when we really own it, everything around us changes. We make the world brighter. You just made the world brighter right now.
Thank you, thank you. Well, that's my job. That's my job, and I want every client, every person that comes in my life to feel better when they leave me. You know, when I leave that door, like, my intention every day with all my clients that come see me, I want them to feel better when they leave. By the time they leave, I want them skipping and smiling and having a good day.
Oh, I want to come to Los Angeles and work with you.
Well, she's coming.
What was your question is did I find any criticisms? No, not at all. I mean, I just didn't worry about it. And my only I'm gotten better is with rejection, when people don't want to train with me. But now I'm like, who cares? You either want to work with me or not. And if they don't, I just move on, because I don't want to hold on to that energy and worrying about if somebody's going to like me or not. So that's helped me a lot. I mean, it took me a few years to get to that, maybe like 20 years to get to that place. But now I'm like, you know, less is more. I'd rather have clients who want to be here and who want to learn and who want to grow than not.
And who is your inspiration to start your journey into fitness? Like, who is this?
Yeah, there's a woman by the name of Corey Everson. She was Miss Olympia 6 or 7 times. Funny story, when I moved here to Northridge, she was working out at the gym, at the Gold's Gym that I joined. And I kept watching her train, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to be like her. And she just trained, and she had such a beautiful body, and I was so inspired. So now, this is funny. So now fast forward, I train a bunch of women and guys over at this other gym over in a place called Bell Canyon. and she lives there, and she works out at that gym now.
Awesome.
I know. So she is awesome because she's still beautiful body, beautiful soul, and yeah, you know.
Yeah, and like in this field, you need to have like a good mindset to move forward because
Well,
like you deal with the different kinds of people,
mhm,
and also your moment is to help the people who are suffering with depression, mental disorders, and stress.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah, like what kind of therapies or like what kind of specialty you offer your clients?
Well, one of the main tools that I use is I'm present. I'm there to listen to them, and it's, you know, I try not to be anywhere else but right there. And that in itself is a lot. And then what I do is I get in tune with them. I just, all of a sudden, when I get into their energy, I get in tune with their energy. And for some reason, some way, the workout itself will help work out whatever their issues are, what they're working. But it's like when they come into my energy space is when I get locked into them, their energy, my energy, and then we just go for it. And I don't know how it works, but it just works. And I've seen a lot of magic happen before my eyes, is watching people come in and they're like down and depressed and they had a bad day. And I'm like, let's just go for it. Let's do it. And within 5 to 10 minutes, their mood is elevated. They're happier. They're not complaining anymore. They're not talking about what problems they have. They're right there in the moment with me. And then we're laughing and giggling and having a good time. So
Awesome. Like I noticed that you had a knee injury, major knee injury. So like how did you get that injury? Like what happened?
that was from Tina when I turned 50 4.5 years ago. I wanted to be in the best shape ever. And I did it. I did 2 bodybuilding competitions. So I was working out twice a day, 3 times a day. And then I decided to do my 2nd degree black belt right after. So I was like nonstop trying to prove myself. And then my knee just one day, actually the day of my black belt test, my knee gave out. And I went, uh-oh. And I had to finish my test. I finished my test. I'm like, game on, game face. And I did it. And then after I got my belt, for about a year, I walked around, limped around, pretended it was okay, it was going to get better. And then one day I was showing some boxing moves to Chickie's daughter, actually, and my knee just gave out. And at that point, I had to go into surgery right away. So it was a ACL replacement and a meniscus partial removal. And it took me about I had 2 surgeries, a good year to recover. But I did it.
Like did that injury affect your confidence?
Probably in the beginning when I first had the surgery, I think because of the anesthesia, and then all of a sudden going, I'm down and out. I'm not moving like I wanted to. But what I did is that's when I locked into Evan, listening to positive motivational stuff every day. I would lock into that. I would lock into him. I would lock into whatever else positivity out there. I moved my body no matter how I could do it. I would stretch. I mean, even if I couldn't work out with weights, I would make sure I was stretching and moving. I could use my upper body. I rode a bike. I was just very diligent in, I'm going to get better. So there was probably a second where the confidence was down. But again, all of a sudden, I locked into positivity. I locked into movement. And I surrounded myself with people that would support me. And it's all my loved ones, my clients and my family. So I did it.
Awesome. Like, what advice you give to the people who focus on other people's words all the time? Because they will wait for others, what approval. So, what advice do you give to that kind of people?
So tell me the question again, just so I understand it.
Like, what advice? Some people will depend on others' approvals. So,
Uh-huh.
like, what advice you give to them, to those kind of people who needs others' approval to do a small task, or
Um,
to start anything?
mhm. I would say don't listen to other people's approvals. You need to like do it for yourself. I mean, it's like, I think about myself, everything that I've accomplished, I've wanted to do, even if it was to go to Peru and find Tina, or go to New Zealand to live and to experience, it had to come from me. It couldn't come from anybody else on outside forces. Yeah, I want support, but that approval, I can't. My advice is don't wait for anybody else's approval. If you want to do something, you want to accomplish something, do it now. Do it for yourself.
But for some people, the family won't give their support to. So, what kind of advice do you give them? Because in my personal case, my family don't know this. Like, I'm doing interviews with the people. So, if once they know it, I don't know how to convey them or convince them. But still, I want to continue this.
That's so funny. I was just thinking about myself. It's like, you got to do this for you. And when you tell your family you're doing this and you have a smile on your face and you're excited about it, they may not get it right away. And I have goosebumps while I'm talking to you about this, because all of a sudden
Yeah.
your energy, you're going to see your face, they're going to see how excited you are and how it moves you, how it's rocking your world, Miss Rockstar. They're gonna catch on to that. And there's another thing. If they don't, that's okay too. They might eventually, they might not, but don't worry about it. Live for yourself today, because at the end of the day, you just have yourself, and for you to rise to your best capacity, ability to be the best you can be, you got to be there. And it's for yourself, because people are going to just grasp onto it. It's going to be so infectious, and you'll be even more of a rock star. Yeah.
Yes. Like, how do you push yourself every time when it hurts? Because you're in that field, because every day it hurts you, your body hurts you. So, like, how do you push yourself?
Yeah, the less I do, the more I hurt. The more I do, the better I feel. So if I'm feeling sore and achy, like last week, my knee was my surgery knee was really achy. There was something I was doing. I was also at the same time, I'm working with JRyze, with working on my business and trying to rise up that. And I'm really pushing my comfort zone. And my knee was locking up. And the next day, when I could barely move, I took an Aleve, an anti-inflammatory, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do something light. I'm going to just get some range of motion. I'm going to just get some soreness out. And then as I was doing that, I was also doing the steps that I needed to do for my business with Jay, and trying to, accomplish things. I don't even feel it today. It was like a day and a half of discomfort, and now I'm just all better. I was able to have a full workout. So you got to work through it. it's like anything. You have to work through it, and you'll be amazed that you'll get through. You do. And like I was talking to a client today, a long-term client, Judy, and she's talking about her lower back, and she goes, you're right, Tina. It comes and it goes. So you got to remember that. As long as we're alive, there's going to be aches and pains, physically, mentally, emotionally. Just
Yes.
that you'll get through it. They'll pass.
And do you think social media is adding to our depression or stress, is causing any additional stress to our body or mind?
I think some people, they attach themselves to how many followers they get. They attach, and including myself, I fall into that. And I'm realizing you can't attach yourself to the followers and not compare yourself. Like for me, not to compare myself to you or somebody else. To just use it as a tool. Use it as a tool. Use it as a way to get out there, build your business. And if you can keep yourself in that mind and not worry about all the other stuff that a lot of people are doing, then it's a great asset, great tool for us.
And sometimes we hold us back, we tell lies to ourselves, we are not worth it, we don't have that capability to do that thing. So how do you deal with that kind of situations in your life?
Like when I feel like I can't do something.
Yeah. And we tell ourselves, we tell lies in.
Well, it's funny. It's like in physical, like doing pull-ups and doing squats, and if I can't do it, I do it. I just figure a way and I do it. Like one day I'm like, I can't do pull-ups, so every day I started to do them before I could do like 5, 10, so it added up. So you take this to what I'm doing right now with technology. It's not my forte, but I am going to be the queen of technology, and I'm determined. So that's how I do it. I kind of but if I can't do this, I'll figure a way and I'll go do it. If you want something, you just go for it.
And what is your morning routine that gives you energy?
My morning routine is pretty funny. I try to switch it up. I get up, I try to do like 10-15 minutes of meditation, and then I hit the shower, and then I so look forward to my cup of coffee because it makes me happy and makes me smile. This morning I did some stretches. Moving my body really helps center me and balance me and focus me. And then I also get into my spirituality, where I pray and I ground into earth. I ground into the air, the fire, and the water. And I really pull into all the universe and all the forces, and I center myself. And before I know it, I'm walking out the door, and I get in my car, and I feel like I'm ready to go. I even put some nice music on and just calm me. And then by the time I get to my client at this morning, 5:15 a.m., I'm ready to go. I'm bouncy. I'm, present. I may be really sleepy, but I do it.
So you wake up at what time every day?
I wake up about 4 a.m., 4:15, pretty much every morning.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw your first picture on Instagram with a bodybuilding pose. I really like that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That was a lot of work. But thank you. It was
Yes,
awesome.
yes.
Awesome.
it's lot like years and years of work.
Yes, yes. And it's like, that's what you got to learn is like something you, like if I say I'm going to do a competition 6 months from now, I know that I can do it because I've done it. Because I have that muscle memory and I have that strength and that courage and that what's the word? I just want to do it. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And the discipline, there's the word.
Yes.
And it's like for anybody else. A lot of people say they can't do something, but you don't know until you try. You know, you can't just say I can't do it. I don't have the discipline. When you're in it, you find out. You find out if you have it or not. And sometimes you don't. And so then you move on.
Yes. Yeah, some people think that their age is the drawback to start anything new. What advice you give to them because you are 54 and and you're
Age.
yes.
Oh my goodness, age does not matter. I have clients that are like 20 years younger than me, and I run circles around them. They like walk in, they're like, oh, I've had such a hard day. I'm tired. I'm like sore and I'm achy. And I'm thinking, I've been up since 4 this morning and I've trained how many people? 10 people. And I've done my workout. I've done my work, my social media, and you're tired? It's like, I feel, you know, if I say put an age on how I feel, I probably feel most of the time like 18, 20 years old.
Yes, because you are very young at mind.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and like how many people are there in your team?
How many people are on my
Because you
team?
can't, yeah, because you can't do all these things by yourself, right?
I do a lot of it myself, young lady. I'm a,
Awesome.
yeah, I do. I do a lot myself right now. I think just now I'm starting to reach out, and I have JRyze helping me, and I have some other trainers that I'm thinking about bringing on board to help me train. But I do it all. I mean, I've been gifted with a lot of energy, and I'm blessed.
I thought you are having like a 4 or 5 people in your team.
You're looking at her.
No, you are the combination of all.
Yes, I am. I am.
And yeah, like what is your passion and what is your purpose? Do you want what kind of impact do you want to create?
My passion is to move. That's my passion. My purpose is to get as many people as I can out of their sheets onto their feet, out of their seats onto their feet, and moving their body and being able to live a happy and healthy and fun life, because it's here for us to live it. And I want to help people that I was sitting in their seat once upon a time in depression, not knowing where I was going, not what I was doing, and the sadness, and help them rise out of that, and for them to be able to open their eyes and see that there's a life worth living. And every day is a gift. Every minute we get to take a breath is a gift. We can't take, you can take it for granted, but boy, it's here for us to live it now.
And like what is the biggest compliment you got from your client?
Biggest compliment? You know what? Chickie, who just passed away. There was about a few months ago, we were sitting there. She was on the leg press, and I was sitting there, and I said, gosh, you've done a lot for a lot of people. I was telling her. She played the accordion back in the day. She played on, I don't know if you remember this, Lawrence Welk show, but she was pretty big out there for the accordion, and great musician. And I said, you did a lot of wonderful things for people. And she looked at me, she goes, Tina, do you realize what a gift you are and what you do for people and what you do just for myself? When I know I can come in here and feeling all grim and glum and, you know, sad and no energy. She goes, you lift me, you lift my spirits, you accept me for who I am, and you work with me for wherever I am. You know, if she's low energy, we work with her energy, with the low energy. If she's high energy, we go boxing and we go kick some ass. But she just said that you're a gift. And you know what? When she passed away, that just resonated with me. And so I am going to honor what she said to me and keep giving.
And like you recently posted about your brother, so to celebrate the life.
Yes.
Yes. Can you elaborate on that or share that story?
Sure. My brother John, he's still so alive in my life. He's a little angel, but he died many, many years ago at age 29. But age 22, he became a quadriplegic, and I was 17. He became a quadriplegic from doing a flip into Lake Tahoe, where I grew up, broke his neck, and he couldn't move anymore. And by seeing him in that pain and that agony of not being able to move his body really stuck to me. And he also lived in a lot of depression, alcohol, and drugs. And it stuck with me. And I'm like, I want to live my life now, being able to move my body as best I can, move it to my best of my ability. And he actually taught me that because he was an amazing snow skier. He was very good. He would just jump off moguls. He would do flips. He did turns. He was very acrobatic. And he showed me that fear is just an illusion and that just go for it. Because I could use fear and hold me back, or I could use it as excitement. And so that's what I do today.
Yes.
I've learned to see how he lived his life, fast and furious, and he was able to move without fear. And so every day I wake up, if I have fear, yes, I have it, but it's like, what do I want to accomplish here today? Do I want to stay in this fear, or do I want to move forward? So John, thank you, John, helped me to move forward in my life. And he was a great example for me, and he still is. He's still deep in my heart and my memory, and I'll always cherish that.
Awesome. Like I always love the post. Sometimes in your stories you sing. Sometimes.
I hope it's okay.
Yes, it's super okay.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. And also you tried a dance move on like a dance challenge with Evan.
Yeah, I did the dance, singing around. I mean, I'm always singing and dancing at my job. I mean, here with my clients, I'm always rocking and singing. And a client the other day says, I just heard you sing. And I'm like, yeah, I did.
And like what is, yeah.
So one of the songs I was singing the other day was like, today I celebrate my life for me. So those are it just comes to me and I start singing.
Awesome. It's your own lyrics?
Yeah, I know. They just come to me and I just make up my own words.
Awesome. Words into song.
Do you sing? Do you like to sing?
Yeah, like what is the biggest change you did in your schedule or in your routine after attending Evan Carmichael workshop?
The biggest thing was putting all this social media in. It was adding a lot. But in the first month of coming back from Evan's workshop, I was like crazed and trying to get all my posts in a day, and even after trying to train all my clients, and I was just trying to get it, and then get my exercise in. I was like, how am I going to do it all? But it's like anything. When you first start something new, you have
Yes, it
pains.
excites. Yes.
It's exciting. So now I'm more relaxed into it. And working with JRyze, he helped me with my schedule to become the master of my own schedule. So I'm learning to just relax more with it. And now it's flowing now. It's flowing. It's coming in. So that, and it's important to me because my goal is to do less training and to do more speaking, to get out there and speak all over the world and be that motivational coach that I know I am. So I'm the movement queen.
You are doing, yes, Tinamovement.
Yay!
And also, like, sometimes we feel that we want to post all our thoughts in one day.
I know.
And like,
I do sometimes. I just want to just throw it all out there.
yes, I have the same feeling sometimes.
I bet. I love
And
your
like,
you're awesome.
thank you so much. Thank you. And like, I'll tell you some names, so you should tell me like what you learned from them. What you learned from Evan Carmichael.
To not overthink. Yes, not overthink.
Yes.
To do. So don't, just like the Nike motto, just do it. So I'm believing in myself. I'm believing in the process. I am not worrying how I'm going to get there. I'm just going for it. And that's what
Finite defy rule.
Yeah. And then the other thing that keeps coming to my mind is like, he goes, well, if it sucks and something like goes wrong, that's a good thing, because then you can turn it into a positive and learn from it.
It's the best. It's the best.
It's the best. And so it's like, so I'm like I'm doing that. It's like, oh God, this sucks. Right now it sucks. And I'm like, but this is the best. It's going to turn around. And you know what? He's right. It does. And you get to learn and grow. It's like people are so afraid to make mistakes. And we were put on this planet to make mistakes because that's how we learn. That's how we grow. So thank you for Evan to instill that, even like when I do a squat and and I have all this weight, I know it's going to suck going down and going up. But once I'm done with it, I feel so good. So that's the
lesson learned.
Yeah, you feel good when it sucks really bad and you get through that pain, like my knee and the injuries and stuff. Oh my gosh, what I had to learn and grow, what I got to learn, and how I grew from it is amazing. So.
And what you learned from Nina, because you are there for 3 days.
Nina, I love her because she's like so supportive and chilled, and you could tell that she's the one that's helping from behind the scenes, and she's keeping everything together, and she's the glue. And that's what's awesome, because you can really see that and feel that with her. And she's so chilled and so relaxed and so supportive. That's what I learned. That's very cool, Nina.
And Lilima?
Lily, love her. She's awesome and amazing. It's like I listen to her posting all the time now. Before she wasn't posting as much. Now she's posting. And she has a lot of words of wisdom and a lot of stuff that we can learn and grow from. And it's if you really tune in yourself too, you tune into this, everybody's like in the same alignment. It's like, oh yeah, self-love, I got to do some self-love for myself, you know.
And like JRyze.
JRyze, oh my God, that guy is so present, so intuitive, and so energetically connected. He's amazing, and the way he takes ideas and helps them to grow just like that. He's like, no worries, not a problem. He's like, we can do this. And then he goes, you're smart, you can do this. I'm like, okay. So he's on.
Dougie Fresh,
yeah,
the firefighter.
Oh, Dougie. Oh my God. That guy, when I met him and he's saying he's still working on the fire department, and even though he's supposed to be retired, that spoke volumes for me, because he was showing me how he has a love for his career, and he is still going to be all in, and he's all in everything he does. And you can tell just by how he speaks, how his fellow firefighters commit suicide, and how he's just so involved and so attached, that he is just this big bear, and just a wonderful human being and spirit. I love it. It's like he's like 18, 20 years old, bouncing around the universe.
Yes. His energy is contagious, like.
It is.
Yes. And like, do you get time to read books?
Very seldom. This is my thing. When I read, I fall asleep because I have to sit. but I do like to listen to books on tape. I will do that. That's a little bit more for me, because then I'm like in the car and I'm held captive, so I will listen to books on tape. But to sit and read a book, I just, all of a sudden, it's just eyes are closed, I'm out.
It's like a meditation.
It is. It's better than meditation.
Yes. And like, what books did you read? Like, what books do you recommend to others?
There's a book out there if people really want to get in tune with their spirituality. It's called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
Yes.
He has a bunch of books that are wonderful. Valkyries, Alchemist. They're stories, and you can really follow them, and you can find yourself within them, and it's really cool. So another woman who I've been talking to, she's an author, Araya Mountain Dreamer. She wrote The Invitation. Is that poem alone has gotten me through a lot of tough times. It's an amazing poem. She also has some books out there that I recommend. The Calling, I believe, is the name. She's just an amazing writer, and she's lives in Toronto as well. So.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And lastly, what advice do you give to me?
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome, and you're present. You're always on the media, the social media, and I love seeing you and your smile, and you're in tune. And then my biggest advice: don't worry about what your family thinks, because by them just seeing you and seeing how happy you are, like right now, you're just shining, and your vibration is very high. Your bright light.
Yes,
it's all good.
I'm really loving these interviews, because like I got to know more about your stories, because you have more experience than me. So I'm learning from everyone.
Yeah, that's what's beautiful about you. You're open to learn from everybody, and that's me too. That's how I learn. That's how I'm my best teacher, because I learn, I watch. I'm open.
Thank, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tina.
Thank you, Rockstar. You have a beautiful day. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Like where people can find you the last.
You find me here. Tinamovement.
Instagram.
Woo! Thank you.
And inner and outer fitness.
Yes, yes, inner and outer fitness. But now we've changed it from inner outer fitness to Tinamovement. So watch out.
Awesome.
We have a new website coming. I made a point that I'm going to be doing a lot more YouTubes, and I want to put on the books as a TED Talk. So I'm getting out there. I'm going to do it.
We are waiting for your TED Talk.
I need to get, yeah. I don't know what my, I was trying to think about what my topic would be for my TED Talk. Maybe just moving my body.
Movement. Yes. Yes. That's a very good title for your talk.
So simple.
Yes. So simple, but so much learning from that.
Yep. If more people would get out of their own way, there would be a lot more movement.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.
Step form.